At first glance, Legend of Grimrock seems to only be a classic D&D game made for those with nostalgia in their hearts. Then you discover how wrong you are and how complex this seemingly simple game actually is. The difficulty curve is spot on, leading with simple enemies that require very little to no strategy other than click until dead, as well as puzzles that simply request the player to search the walls for hidden buttons. After a few hours, you come across mushroom men that spew toxic spores capable of killing your weaker party members, spiders with deadly poison, ogres that will crush you like a beetle, and more complex and powerful monsters. To keep you on your toes, puzzles require more than a simple press of a button. Precise timing, party placement, proper use of pressure plates, and the player's memory is demanded from upcoming puzzles. Your decisions become the most important part of the game since you must choose wisely each time or else. Skill point allocations, which armor should be worn by which party member, what spell or weapon should be used against each monster, when and where your party should be placed or moving to next. All these and more can be the deciding factor between life or death. An interesting aspect for mages is their spells. They are limited by which spells are unlocked through skill points. When it comes to spells, you cannot simply click a button or choose from a list of spells. You must memorize a spell, and not through your game saving it. You have to either write the spell down, commit it to memory, or carry around the scroll that tells you how to cast the spell. To cast the spell, you must open up a small menu through your mage, click 1 or more runes out of 9 total, and then cast the spell. This can feel tedious at first as well as complex, yet after casting the same spell a dozen times or so, it becomes second nature as to which runes are used in each spell. While mages are able to use spells, rogues and fighters are not without their own useful abilities. Fighters are quite simple in that they are meant to be in the front row wearing heavy armor and hitting as hard as possible, either with a weapon or their fist. Rogues are a jack of all trades. They are able to inflict damage from both front and rear rows using missile weapons, bows, arrows, crossbows, etc., throwing weapons from rocks to shurikens, and they're able to become quite the front row defender with their high evasion. Being masters at dishing loads of pain through backstabbing and other such potent abilities, rogues are a must-have in any group. With 3 classes, 4 races, and 4 spots in your party, you will have some choices ahead of you. Each race has its perks as well as its perils. Each class has its own weaknesses as well as strengths. And that is barely scratching the surface on the character customization. Characters are not the only part within Legend of Grimrock that players need to be aware of. Without any light in this underground prison, you are unaware of your surroundings and unable to know where to proceed. This is easily cured through a magic spell or wielding a torch. Along with maintaining illumination, you must keep your party fed. Food is not meant to heal, but rather keep your people healthy. When your party is healthy, they regenerate health as well as energy or mana. This all becomes a drain on you since your characters have limited space in their inventory and have a weight limit that is encumbered both by what they wear and hold on their person. Upon your introduction into the game, you are found to be prisoners thrown into this labyrinth as punishment for those unfit for proper society. But there is something else going on beneath the surface. Upon resting at certain points in the game, you dream of a strange setting with an unknown voice talking to you. It leaves you with cryptic messages that become more clear as you venture ever deeper into the darkness. But does this mysterious being offer redemption and escape from such a hellish place? Perhaps it is just hungry and is leading its next meal ever closer. Or will you end up releasing a terrible beast upon the world through your direct actions? Venture deeper and further into Grimrock to find out the true answer. Legend of Grimrock is an amazing game that will take you by surprise with its simple appeal and stunning graphics, albeit the dungeon walls and floors repeat themselves. This game demands in-depth player attention with a simple battle system, while utilizing amazing puzzles and the ability to create your own dungeons, as well as try others made by fellow players. Within the labyrinth of Grimrock, you will experience outstanding audio. I highly recommend that you wear your best headphones for this game. You won't regret it with monsters and traps echoing in the darkness. Get this game, kill a bunch of deadly monsters, solve as many puzzles as you wish, create a dungeon or two, and then try it all again, but this time, try it with a new party and your own grid paper. But leave behind your lucky D20, it won't help you in the dark depths that is Grimrock.